Is this on TV? Is this going to be on TV?
Yes, live.
No, sidewalk in the Lagoon.
Live starting at, look at live starting at.
What time is it now?
It is, I got 25 past.
My daddy's gonna be in it.
Your daddy's gonna be in it live?
What about something in Mount Salem?
Oh, look at that. It's,
Yeah, right. Why not?
I don't know if that's, I don't.
I like that split. As a matter of fact, I like that.
Just keep doing
There,
that.
is it?
You look like a physical well, yeah, what's up?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Paul K. Bisson, and welcome to the inside studio here at Salem Access Television. And for the viewers who are home watching this, we are coming to you right now live. Now, what that means is that, yes, you can applaud. Go right ahead. It's great. Super. We are coming to you live from Salem Access Television. This is Salem Access Television's 4th annual meeting. Go ahead, you can applaud again. Isn't that great? 4 years of meetings. 4 years of members coming in those halls, coming in that door, sitting in the green room, discussing, having lots of different meetings about what they can create, what they can bring to the Salem community, how they can enlighten the Salem community, how they can educate the Salem community, and how they can entertain the Salem community. That's what this is all about. As I said, my name is Paul K. Bisson. I'm going to be your host, your roving host tonight. What this process is, if some of you don't know why we have an annual meeting, Robert Mio, the executive director of Salem Access Television, summed it up quite well in the last newsletter that he wrote. And I'm just going to read that to you in case you didn't catch it, but you all should have. As a nonprofit organization whose federal tax code classification is 501c3, we are required to hold a meeting of the membership once a year to satisfy our nonprofit status. Now that sounds pretty boring, to hold a meeting, doesn't it? To hold a meeting to satisfy some, status rule because you're a nonprofit. Well, Bob Mio this is the 4th time that he's done this, and he has always made it, as he says right here, a party. Because a meeting, calling the membership together for a meeting, what else can it be? Because the membership is all of you here, out in the hallways, here in the studio, myself, people at home watching right now that can't be here right now. And if you can be, come on down, because we're having a great time and we'll continue to have a great time. But we are the membership. Just look around at all the faces, all the people that have come here who create television. And it's not really about creating television. Well, it is. It is about creating television. The staff here, Mache, Ann, David, they teach and they educate about television, how to, the portable classes, the studio classes, the people that are on the cameras right now. I see Nate Powers. They all came here to learn, because they had an interest in this. But there's something beyond creating television, and I think what's beyond that is creating television for you, about you, the community. And that goes far beyond television. It goes right to the Constitution, freedom of speech. It goes right to, as I remember a year ago, a couple of years ago, Sumner Jones summed it up for me in an interview. He called it the soapbox. And that's what it is. The soapbox has come back to communities in the guise of cameras and microphones and facilities like this. So, but anyway, I'm going to shut up right now. Again, we're going to get right on with the meeting. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot going to be happening. There's going to be an election tonight. There's going to be an election. We're going to be electing some new board members. You are going to be electing some new board members. There's food and there's drink, and I see a lot of smiling faces. Everybody's having a good time. We're going to be speaking and hearing from board members. They're going to be giving you reports, as I understand it, because, of course, again, we have to satisfy that rule, okay, the meeting. But afterwards, I'm going to go out into the lobby. I'm going to walk around SATV. I'm going to show you a few things that you might not have seen. People are watching at home. The editing suites. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour of what's going on. We'll be jumping back and forth. And later on, there's going to be a 1-hour special called Producers Unplugged. Interesting title, but it is 1 hour of some of the most fascinating, candid discussions of Salem Access Television's most provocative and entertaining producers, talking about the programs and how they thought of them, how they brought them together. It's great stuff. But right now, I see Mache in the booth saying, you know, get going, you know, we're gonna have some good times. I am going to call Mr. Sumner Jones here, who is the treasurer on the board of directors at Salem Access Television. Let me just tell you a little bit about him. You know, I was running over here to get here, and it's about it was past 7:30, and I'm in a taxi, you know, and I got to get there. I'm hosting this live television show, and you got to get a step on it. He goes, well, what's live television show? Well, it's Salem Access Television. He says, Salem, what is that? Well, you make TV. You make TV, and you make good programs. He goes, how much they pay you? Well, they don't pay anything. Well, how many hours you put in? Well, you put a lot of hours in. You know, you're in the editing room, you go out in the field, and with the cameras and all that stuff, and they don't pay anything? Well, no, you do it because you like to do it and you enjoy doing it. He thought I was nuts. But, you know, I'm making TV, he's driving a cab. That's the way I look at it. Sumner Jones is an officer on the board of the Salem Access Television and a founding member of the organization. A lifelong Salem resident, Sumner is a former school committee member and is currently the president of the Salem Partnership and the senior vice president of the Eastern Banks Trust Department. Who better to hold the position of treasurer? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sumner Jones.
Thank you. Do I need a mic? No, I don't. Okay. If we can put the financial report on the screen, which I hope we'll be able to do here, we can go through the numbers. I'll just wait a moment while they plug that in. Great. I want to go through how we've done, and this report compares 1996 with 1995. The major item on here, the most critical one, is the contribution. It's really a contractual contribution that we receive each year from Warner Cable. It was part of the city's negotiation with Warner Cable for the renewal of the cable license in Salem a few years ago now. And that is really what supports this organization primarily. You can see that we do earn some interest. When that money comes in, we invest it and have earned some interest on the principal until it's drawn down to pay expenses. And we have a number of other sources of income that contribute in a minor way to the organization. The sale of videotape and duplicates. We've sold a number of videotapes of various sporting events at the high school this year, for example, and a number of other miscellaneous sources. So we're doing pretty well from an income perspective. You can see it increased nicely from 95 to 96. Most important thing about a nonprofit organization on a operating basis is that the expenses of the organization do not exceed the income. And in fact, we've been able to operate on budget really since our founding. And I should take a moment and really compliment the staff on that, particularly in the first year that we established this studio and had no experience as to what the funding was really going to be, the expense side. They did a great job in both projecting the numbers and then managing the budget within the numbers. And that's continued in 95 and 96, and you can see that we had a slight profit in 95, little less than, 96, a little less than in 95, but that was because we had reinvested in the studio a little bit. Down at the bottom of the report, it shows our capital. The capital actually declined from $28,000 in 1995 to $14,000 in 1996, but we took that $14,000 and used it to equip the new edit suite, which we felt was really necessary because of the activity down here and the delays that people were experiencing and getting in to edit their work. And that's proven to be very useful because it's freed up some time. Now, the good news is we will receive an infusion of additional capital of about $20,000, exactly $20,000, in September of 1997, also from Warner Cable per the contract. So I think we're in good financial shape. We continue to operate within our means, and we continue to, I think, accomplish our mission, which is to provide access to the Salem community for TV. Any questions? I'd be happy to try to answer. If not, I will turn it back to our host, who will introduce the next member of the staff. Next speaker.
Very good. Thank you, Sumner. I'm out here right now in the hallway here at Salem Access Television, and I'm hearing my echo because there's a TV to my left. They've really decorated this place up very nicely. And even when it's not decorated, you can come in to the Salem Access Television studio, the walkways here, which is very nice in and of itself. But as you can see, you can get, Ralph, you can get shots of some of these art pieces here. We have a really wonderful, a wonderful and different aspect about this facility. It's more, someone once said it's more like a community center as well as a television studio. And I think that is, I think that's really sums it up, because people can come in, take a look at the artwork that's displayed all along the walls here. I'm going to walk down. All along the walls, to my right, to my left. Oh, and people are getting in the way. You're on camera. This is live TV. This is part of the gallery. Salem Access Television has a program where artists from the community come in and display their artwork for everyone to see, and it is some really wonderful pieces. And I'll tell you, some of the price tags on here are really interesting too. Not that I can read very much of it, but we have some wonderful pieces here. It's a great facility. Basically, it's a wonderful facility to come in, make television, and also to come in and see some great artwork. I'm getting a signal right now. We're going to go back into the studio, and we are going to, let's see. We're going to, I'm going to bring on Laura DeToma and Felicia Sullivan. They are going to be, I think I crossed this out, the nominating committee report, and they'll tell you all about that. But let me first tell you a little bit about Ms. DeToma and Felicia Sullivan. Okay? Laura DeToma has been a part of the Salem Arts and Cultural Festival, 7 years on the Heritage Days Committee. She's the president of the Salem Junior Chamber of Commerce. 1995, she was the chair of the Salem Republican Committee, and she is the president of the Salem Access Television Board of Directors. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Laura DeToma.
bio, actually. So you can pick and choose and figure who wears what hat here. This is Felicia Sullivan, and she's the secretary of our board of directors.
Well, I guess what I'm here to do, apart from taking the copious minutes at the various board meetings, part of what I have to do at this meeting is present the nominating committee's slate of candidates. And this year we have 3 members who are elected from the membership who are up for re-election. They are Charlie Walsh, Perla Peguero, and myself, Felicia Sullivan. So that's basically my role, is just to present the slate, and now I give it to Laura. We'll do the rest of it. You know?
Well, basically what we would like to do is accept a motion for the slate, and then we'll get a second for that, and then a motion? A second?
Second.
Thank you. Are there any nominations from the floor? If I can see. No? What, going once? Twice? I can't really see, so I'm hoping someone's going to be speaking up. Okay, so can I have a motion to close the nominations?
So moved.
And we ask the secretary to cast 1 ballot.
I cast a ballot for the slate.
And so I'd like to introduce, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstentions? Congratulations. Basically what I'd like to do is, I just have a few brief remarks, but I am one member of a 9-member board, and I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce those, especially those who like to sit in the back row, so they're not on camera. So what I'd like to introduce is Jack Nutting. Jack, stand. You're the back row. Ron Olson. Linda Vaughn. Charlie Walsh. Ken Weaver. Sumner Jones. Felicia Sullivan. And Perla Peguero. I'd like to start off by, first of all, thanking all of you for tuning in and all of you for coming in. I'd also like to take this opportunity to recognize some special guests that we have here tonight. We have Councilor Tom Fury, Councilor Stan Yusevich, we have former Mayor Jean Levesque, former City Councilor Bill Burns, and Patricia Zato, who is the chairman of the Performing Arts at Salem State College. Thank you all for coming. Well, this is a wonderful time for us at SATV, and it's very important from a board perspective that we thank all of you, our members, because without you, we're just a building that has some equipment. You bring the creative element into it, you bring the spirit, you're responsible for making this institution alive, so we want to thank you for doing that. We've had a very exciting first phase, which is building the studio, teaching you how to use the equipment, learning what the equipment's about, understanding the mechanics of a public access facility. But now we're in a more exciting phase, which I consider our second phase, which is the creative element. We're at creative element dealing with developing the members, developing their creativity, providing them with the education and the tools that they need necessary to take to that next step. And in doing that, you're a large part of this, so it's wonderful that everything is sort of tying in and we're electing our members, because it's a very important element that we're dealing with here. We need your feedback. I was talking with Michelle Johnson before the meeting started, and we were talking about how us as the board was thinking about putting a membership package together. We all will watch the programming, and we're saying, gee, we've got to start putting some of our programming into competition, because we produce really good programming here, and that's a credit to all of you. And she's like, well, that would be great if we could have an opportunity to sit down with some of the board members and say, this is what we need. And we're like, great, we're always accessible to do that. So you'll be looking forward to hearing from us. You may not want to hear from us, but we'll be tapping you for that source. But we really just want to say thank you. Thank you for making this place what it is. It's more than a studio, it's more than equipment. You know, this place is alive, and it's becoming a part of Salem. It's becoming an institution in Salem, which is all of what we hoped it to be. So, in closing, from my remarks and from the board, thank you. We look forward to your programming, and let us know what we can do. Thanks.
Hi. Right now, I'm sitting in the executive director's office. This is Robert Mio's office, and as you see, he's got a computer. He's got this wonderful desk, newspapers, magazines. This, I guess, is where it all happens, doesn't it? Right? The reason why I'm here is to introduce the executive director, Mr. Robert Mio. And there's really nothing that I can say other than that he is probably one of the most supportive people with regard to access television and what it means, what it should mean, and what it should bring to the community. He is a constant advocate about what community television and what messages flying through those cable wires to the community is all about. I really have nothing more to say other than that Robert Mio, the executive director of Salem Access Television, deserves this office and this desk and his title because he runs the show. And without him, it really wouldn't be the same. Ladies and gentlemen, back to the studio. Let me present Mr. Robert Mio, the executive director of Salem Access Television.
Well, thank you. What a great time we're having tonight. Welcome. What a great meeting. I have to say, walking in the other day, I had to do a bit of a double take because I came in, I was talking to Mache about something. I looked at this screen over here and I was like, this thing is a building. I was very surprised on how big it is, and the set looks wonderful. And I have to really say that I'd like to give a round of applause to Mache for the wonderful production, the wonderful set that he's I really look forward to this event every year. Really, for the number one reason is because I get to see so many producers that I don't get to see on a daily or weekly basis. It's such a great group and a great coming together. And because you really embody the spirit of this organization, as Laura was saying. I mean, without you, we have nothing. We have a building, we have a board, we have a staff. So really the membership is really what makes this organization. And it's from where I derive my roots from. I started as a volunteer at Hanover Community Television in Hanover, Mass, where I grew up. And I had such a wonderful time there. And I just wanted to relate to you one incident because, you know, as new members come on and we talk to them, I sometimes forget when I was a new member. My first experience of producing a program, I helped a band put together a video. And I was so excited about this tape. I had this tape and I was proud of myself. And I immediately walked over to the cablecast room and I disrupted programming and I put my tape in because I thought it was the most important thing. I thought everybody should see my tape right now. The only problem is the vice president of marketing was in the building, the program director, along with the general manager of American Cable Systems, because we weren't a nonprofit. And I remember Jim Lavis running down the hall saying, "This tape is unauthorized, it's not supposed to be on there." And then my membership privileges was revoked. Not the first time, but they were. So I certainly emphasize when people screw up, because we all do. And you know, I think I've been living vicariously through all of you because I so enjoy the production end, and what you're doing is so incredibly important. I just wanted to leave you with this because, you know, I so appreciate working here because of the humor, and I hear so many stories from all of you. The best one, though, and I always want to take a jab at Paul K. Bisson. Paul really exemplifies the kind of producer who I love to see. He's always there for for us and the staff. He's constantly producing, constantly giving of his time, and it's really an inspiration. But I was talking with him and Rob Turn about a year and a half ago, and I'm saying, well, guys, you know, how's the show going? And Rob was particularly excited because they had made some changes to the show. And I said, well, Rob, you know, it's a movie show. Well, what changes could you make? And he says, well, the graphics is great, and Paul's doing all this great stuff in the new AB suite. I said, oh, that's great. And he says, well, the content's a little different too. And I said, Rob, you just review movies. What's different about the content? He says, well, you know, the key thing now is we actually watch the movies before we review them. Guys, you do a great job. Thank you for allowing me to serve you, and let's have a great night tonight. Thank you.
Copy of this program?
This is Edit Suite 3. I believe that's it. And this is where magic is created. Oh, and by the way, thank you, Bob, for the integrity of movie time totally going down the drain. He said he was going to do that. But this is the editing suite. This is where magic, this is where illusion, this is where cohesion happens to rough footage. Now, a producer may take a camera and go out on the field, maybe get somebody speaking, or maybe get some live action shots. And there's a lot of cut, there's a lot of stop, there's a lot of stop and go, and there's a lot of recording and pausing. Now, how do you put that all together? How do you make it have a beginning, a middle, and an end? Well, this is the place. This is where it all happens, right here in the editing studio. We've got your master deck, we've got your record deck, we've got the soundboard, we've got the master editor. This is whoever created this, I'll tell you. It's just like it's a toy for me. The CG generator, where the characters. This is where, when you watch a television program, all the credits, director, producer, writer, they flow through the air. This is the keyboard. It brings it all onto these screens right here. This is where a producer comes in to put all of the raw footage together to make a story, or to make something that was nothing before in many different pieces. He comes in here and he makes it something very special in one singular piece. It's magic. Now, what a wonderful segue, somebody said. This is a great segue. There is another magician that is here with us tonight. He is the imagination on this gentleman is simply incredible. The things that he has created, the things that he has dreamed up and given to the public visually is absolutely stunning. He's been the resident scenic and lighting designer and professor of the theater design and technology at Salem State College for the last 23 years. When he began, there was no theater department at Salem State College. There wasn't even any theater space. Today, however, the Department of Theater Arts has two majors, a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Fine Arts, with concentrations in acting, directing, design, including scenic, lighting, costume, and sound, and theater technology, with 2 performance spaces fully provided with the latest in technological equipment. He is currently working on the plans for a new performing arts complex at the newly acquired GTE property in Salem. In addition to his work at Salem State College, he has also been instrumental in the designs of several theaters, to name a few: Barton Square Playhouse, Blackburn Theater, the Gloucester Stage, and the Firehouse Theater. He is also a guest designer and a visiting lecturer at such institutions as the Indiana University, University of Texas at Austin, and Emerson College and Wellesley College. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to a master magician whom I've had the pleasure of working with on several occasions over a number of years. His name is Mr. Whitney L. White, but in many a theater circle, he is known by simply Whiz. Ladies and gentlemen, Whiz White.
Nothing up my sleeves. Thank you, Paul, for that wonderful introduction. You took half of my speech away. First of all, let me tell you, I'm honored to be here, and it is really a pleasure to see much of the work that all of you as producers have been doing over the past 4 years. I have been involved with Salem Access TV, sort of in the background. Many of my students have worked on your productions, occasionally like this screen that you see here, and some of the effects that you'll see going come from Salem State, and we are always more than glad to try and help the people and the community and the artistic endeavors of Salem in any way that we can, and have been doing so for my entire time at Salem State. One of when I was, first of all, let me thank Bob and Mache for making this all possible, and my friend Kevin Walker, who actually was the one that asked me to speak. At first, I didn't quite know what it was that I could do, since I don't directly work with television. But then I thought, well, maybe all of you producers would like to know a little bit more about doing scenery, or doing lights, or doing sound. And in each one of those aspects, I thought, well, then they're going to come to me and ask me to do it for them. But that's not really what you do, is it? You do it for yourselves. You make it happen. And let me just offer anybody that needs some advice or would like to find out how to do something that they don't know how to do, please feel free to call us at the theater department at Salem State. The one thing, though, that I knew that we did have in common was actually three things. And the first thing is vision. Each of you as producers have some idea that you try to bring across to make something happen so that you can have a voice that will be heard, and Access TV is the perfect way to do this by a lot of people. When I first heard of Access TV, by the way, I used to live in Salem when cable first came here. I went to school in a little college in Kansas, and in Kansas you can't get television unless you have cable. So when I got here, I knew that cable is better than broadcast TV in terms of quality. So I signed up. Matter of fact, I was account number 7. We signed up before the wires were even here. Much to my wife's chagrin, by the way. But anyway, I knew that this was going to be important, and that this vision, which is really wonderfully put by George Bernard Shaw, one of my theater heroes, and he is actually the one that said this, although some of you will think I'm lying and that Robert Kennedy said it. But George Bernard Shaw put it, "You see things and say why. I dream things and say why not." And that's what all of you as producers do. You have the vision, you have the dream, and you set out to go and do it. Well, what is the doing? Well, that's the second thing that we have in common. It is art. And art is a very bizarre term to try and define. I came up with a couple of definitions. The metaphysical definition, which is my favorite, and that is, art is that which breaks the mundanity of everyday existence. Well, certainly all the shows that I've seen on cable access TV certainly break the mundanity of everyday existence for anybody that watches them. Then there's the philosophical definition, which is, it's the human effort to imitate nature. Well, that's sort of bizarre, and it kind of fits in with some of the shows that I've seen, although some of them look very much different than nature itself. But the real artistic essence of what all of you do, and what all of you have in common with us in the theater, is the practical definition, which is art as a skill in doing or performing that is attained by study, practice, and observation. George Bernard Shaw said about art, "Great art is never produced for its own sake. It's too damn difficult to be worth the effort. And all of you that are producers know that that's what this is all about. It's about having a vision that no one else can see, that everybody else says you can't do. Using the art of lighting and scenery and acting and technology in your booth to produce something that everybody else says can't be produced. The big thing that we all have in common is the last part of what I wanted to talk to you about tonight, and that is volunteers. The care and handling and feeding of volunteers. In my business, I could not do what I do, which are some of the slides that you are seeing. I don't know whether you're seeing them here in the, oh yeah, there's some now. These are some of the scenic environments which we have produced at Salem State. My vision, all of our art, but my students volunteer. Now they get something for it, but your volunteers get something for what they do also. And it's very, very important for all of you producers to be aware of some very vital elements about using and caring for volunteers. First of all, you have to recruit volunteers. And there are a lot of different ways of doing it. Sometimes people get recruited by saying, if you don't do this for me, something bad will happen to you. Well, there is that, and that's how usually husbands and wives of producers get involved, or children or relatives. But one of the ways that you can get recruits is by understanding that the thing that volunteers need is to be made a part of your vision. They need to understand what is it that you are trying to accomplish. Why is it that people are saying that it can't be done? And how is it that we can work together to do it? To make sure that they understand the excitement, understand what the experience is going to be, and how that experience is going to enrich them. The kind of education that they're going to get by being artists with you in producing this vision at Salem Access TV. The next is training. There are some fabulous training programs that Bob and Mache have put together and are trying to continue and make better and better to get people to understand how to do what it is that you want them to do. But all your volunteers aren't going to be there. They're not all going to have that training and expertise. So one of the things that you can do to make the experience of volunteering to work on your projects better is to make sure that at least some part of the project gives some of those volunteers the ability to learn something that they wouldn't learn any other way than by observing. One of the things that we do at Salem State is make absolutely sure that every one of our students in the 4 years that they're at Salem State, well, some of them 5 or 6, make sure that they work on every aspect of theater production at least once in the time that they're there. Why does an actor need to know how to make a piece of scenery? One thing is that actor is going to be acting in front of it. If they understand what it is, how it's made, they won't accidentally shake a wall made out of canvas. They won't slam a door that hasn't been braced. They'll understand the entire scope of the art of the theater. And that's one of the things that you as producers can do for your volunteers here at Salem Access. The next thing is using these volunteers. One of the things that happens in any volunteer situation is that somebody who thinks that somebody else doesn't know something starts to talk to them using words and phrases that they're trying to talk, and it sounds like they're talking down to them. Find out who these people are that are volunteering for you. Find out what their expertise is. You'll be amazed how many times you can find somebody that you had no clue that this person knew how to do something, and now all of a sudden it opens up a new horizon for you as a producer. Well, I didn't know we could do that. Well, here you have somebody that not only knows how to do it, but may even have access to the technology or the equipment for you to be able to do it. Make sure that you understand that part of being a producer has got to be delegating. Not only the job, not only the work, but a little bit of the responsibility and the authority that comes with that. And as you get that to go across to your volunteers, they will start to respect you as someone who treats them as an equal. And it's one of the most important things about having volunteers, is making sure that nobody feels that they're cleaning that floor because you think that they can't do anything else. The floor has to get cleaned. All the work has to be done. And if you let them know that that is just as important as being behind the camera, and you make sure that they're not the only one that ever does it while you're in the studio, all of a sudden it starts to become something which will help you to get your project done and have it done in the best possible way. The last part of using volunteers that I just wanted to mention to you was appreciation. A lot of times you put so much work into your projects that when you get done with that project, you just want to go away. It's done. Thank the Lord. Let's get out of here. But don't ever forget that every one of those people that's worked with you on that project is thinking of themselves as a part of it. A little tiny bit of positive reinforcement, a little tiny bit of just a couple of extras, bringing the coffee when when 3 people are coming in and volunteering their time, making sure that when you're ready to strike the set and get rid of the show and wrap everything up, that there's some kind of a get-together. One of the things that we do at Salem State is we have 3 things that I think could be a great asset to many of you. One, we have a pre-production meeting where everybody that's going to work on a show gets together and hears what it's about. What is the vision? How are we going to try and accomplish it? And then at the end of the show, we have a post-production meeting. Now, sometimes it ends up being a bit of a gripe session. But if you're a producer, you better be ready to take some criticism and learn from it. And the people that you're going to learn from the most are the people that are volunteering to come in and help you produce your vision and make it happen at Salem Access. I hope that all of you will continue and get better and involve more people and have more and more of the kind of programming that you've been doing for the last 4 years. And I want to make sure that you keep going towards trying to make Salem Access TV one of the best local stations in Massachusetts by turning the volunteers of today into the producers of tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again for Mr. Whitney L. White, let's hear a round of applause. And yet, you know, I was just listening to Whitney's speech, and I'm holding this mic, and they said, "You don't need the mic in the studio," so I'm not going to use it. And listening to the speech and the wonderful things that Whitney has brought to light again, because we too often forget about those things. What caught me in a wonderful segue, he provided me another wonderful segue, is appreciation. And that's what rang in my ears when he talked about it. Appreciation of the volunteers that come in and do all of these different things. And that's what this next segment is about. I have a plaque here, a very handsome and a beautiful looking plaque, and I've never seen a plaque presented at any one of the meetings before like this, with so many names on them. Let me just read to you what it says, and then I'm going to read off some names of some volunteers who meet all of the specifications and deserve all of the admiration and attention that Whitney White spoke of just a moment ago. It says, Salem Access Television recognizes that the volunteers represent the spirit of this organization. Without their assistance and dedication, our mission of providing accessible public television to the community of Salem would not be realized. Those names listed here are a testament to the assistance and dedication of those volunteers who have made a decisive difference at Salem Access Television. That says a lot. Now, what I'm going to do is read off the names for 1996 volunteers that have contributed their time and their enthusiasm and all of their efforts to Salem Access Television. And if they are here, probably an echo, if they are here, I'd like them to come on up, stand up on this fairly small, just stand up with me because it gets kind of lonely, being here with all these cameras all over. I'm going to read off the names. The first one is for an appreciation for her help with primarily school committee tapings. The school committee tapings, they go on. I don't think I even knew there was a school committee meeting that happened, you know, at City Hall. I think that's where it happens in that wonderful-looking, very stoic place. But they happen there, and I didn't know it. And now they're on television, and there are people who go out there and tape all of these things so that people at home who can't get out there to watch it can sit back and find out what's happening in the schools, what's happening with their kids. The first name is Andrea Dickerson. Come on down. Let's hear it for Andrea. She's here. Come on down. Either she's shy or she's left the building.
She's taping a meeting.
She's taping. She's very good. Wait, I like that. Now, the second name on the list that is for a multitude of things. I've known her, and if you stick around, and I know you will, to watch the Producers Unplugged show right shortly after this, you're going to get to meet this person. She's on the show, and she talks about the many things that she does here at Salem Access Television, including the shows that she produces, and the volunteering efforts that she contributes all the time. For many a year that I've been here, I always seem to grab her and, you know, I need this, and can you fix that light, and that gel's gonna fall out, and you know, it's like I forget what a Fresnel is, you know, and Whitney White. I learned all that stuff when I did shows at Salem State, and when I forget, I have to call on this person, Sylphida Gomez. If Sylphida's here, come right on up. Definitely. Very good. Isn't this great? Isn't great? The third name is Jerry Judge. Now I know he's here. Come right on up, Jerry. The fourth name is Janice Manning. Yeah. Janice, if you're here, come on up, take a bow. We'll give them all the time in the world. The fifth name is David Moisen. I hope I said that right. David, if you're here, come right on up. Here we go. Right up, David. Very good. And the sixth name is Stacy Pappas. Stacy, if you're here, come right on up and get recognized. Now again, this volunteer, he's come a long way. I remember when he just used to get in the way, and now I come to the studio, and you know, he's doing camera and lights, and he's just got these shoulders that carry all this responsibility, and he wears it well, and he's proud that he's come a long way. Nate Powers, come on down. I know you're out there. He's on camera. Again, see? All right. And last but not least, this is a gentleman that I met quite recently, in the past couple of weeks. He does a show, he co-produces, and he does much of the editing on Yggdrasil, which again you will see later on for the Producers Unplugged special. And his volunteering efforts again has it's outstanding, some outstanding stuff. And he's been my cameraman as I've roved around, and he's coming right here. Ralph Urbach, come on down. This is the plaque, and it belongs to all of you. And I don't know where, Bob, I don't know where this is going to go. It would really look nice in my house. But it's going to make a nice another piece of wonderful artwork to grace the halls of this establishment. Once again, you guys deserve it. Give yourselves a round of applause. That's give me a round. Okay, now, okay, you can get off the stage now. Enough. I'm the host. To take a quote from Robert Turner, the host of Movie Time. I'm the host now. I'm not exactly sure where we go from here. I know there's some, the election results, I think Felicia Sullivan, if they're going to be happening soon, I'm not sure. They already happened?
They happened.
They happened. Do we know?
Yes.
Oh, we do.
You're not the host anymore.
This is like the presidential election. I missed that too. Then I guess, let's see. I guess what I'm gonna. Then I guess what I'll do is call up. I guess is the official meeting. Does it need to be adjourned at this time, or are there further words that need to be said, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to be going out talking to some of you. I'm going to come up with a mic and a camera, and I'm going to snag you and get your opinions and views on Salem Access Television and what you think about it. What do you think about the programs? And a little later, there's going to be a little sneak preview, about a 5-minute sneak preview of Producers Unplugged, which in about 10-15 minutes will air right on this enormous screen or something. It's great. But right now, Ms. Laura DeToma, the president of the board of directors, Salem Access Television, right here.
Well, this is the best and most fun meeting I've ever been to, as far as annual meetings go. I definitely think we need to give Paul Bisson a round of applause because he did a great job. And at this point, I'd like to thank all of you for watching and all of you for coming. We still have a little bit more of entertainment. And I'd like to introduce Charlie Walsh before I adjourn this meeting so he can recognize his committees. Since he whispers from the back and I can't hear him, he's on.
It isn't often a Walsh can't come up and say a few words. Standing in my father's stead, and some people think I'm a father, and I must be 192 years old by now. But anyway, first of all, I'd like to say this board is absolutely superb. From Jack down to these lovely young ladies, they are the world's best. They're great to work with. Looking out here at the politicians, you have to make use of us. We are your life. From this point on, if you want to get to the city of, all the citizens of the city of Salem, then by all means come up here. Because everybody watches this. There is no question in my mind that this is the access that you need. But tonight you all had wonderful food, wonderful beverages, wonderful decorations. It was due to Mary, Marcy, Ann, and the little runaround myself. But I want to thank everybody for doing such a wonderful job. And it's nice to see the producers out here. This handsome man, I see him constantly at all of the school committee meetings. Hardest working man in the system. Keep up the good work. You have learned from us, haven't you? Hey? He's turning around looking now. But volunteerism is the key to everything. As a politician knows, without the volunteers, you don't get anywhere, right? So we ask everybody, please, come down here. This place is yours. Use it. Be part of us. Come with us. Join us and have a great time. Thanks for coming.
And that's a little snippet from our board meeting. Well, with no further business, I'd like to get a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
This happens at the board meeting too. Can I have a second? All in favor? Aye. Great. Good night. Thanks so much.
We're gonna go and we're gonna take a brief look at. We're gonna take a brief look at it's a teaser. I'm going to go around, get some interviews with a bunch of the people that are here at Salem Access Television. The board's coming out, the studio's letting out. We're going to have some more food and drink. Let me remind you, we are live down here at 285 Derby Street. And but right now, take a look at this. This is a clip from the 1 hour special coming your way in just about 10-15 minutes. Here's a little clip of that, of Producers Unplugged. Let's go right now.
Basically, I am as far as my occupation, I'm professional. What I was charged with 5 years ago was indecent liberties. I think they call it indecent assault in this state, I'm not sure. Of course, at that time, I was incarcerated, and then once I was let out of jail, I went to counseling, and I ended up in Massachusetts.
Now, how did you convince him to?
Well, we opened up a couple closet doors, put him in the closet, and he says, as long as you can't see me, we're all set. But that was one of those last-minute things, what are we going to do, like you said?
Live?
Yeah.
Lots of times, necessity breeds. That was a very creative way of doing it.
It worked out well.
So often it's, it's in silhouette, or they black out the face if they can do that later on.
Oh, with the computer imagery, sometimes they do that.
Right.
Yeah.
The black eye, the black thing around, but that, very.
Previously on Dirty Laundry. Blanche Rhinestone.
I created a laundry detergent that doesn't need any water to help it clean.
But this is a story to top all stories.
With me in your corner, we can market this thing globally. This here's my work Bible. Without this, I would have to start all over from the beginning, from scratch. Malcolm!
Oh, mercy! Isn't that the little road man?
Previously on Dirty Laundry.
Has anyone checked him over?
Looks pretty dead to me.
He's dead.
His blood is sprayed all over the machinery and floor tiles.
I'll get the mop.
Anyways, as you can see, Mel has garnered the spotlight for the moment. You're not paranoid. Is he dead? Jesus! What happened to the town crier? He's been shot. Shot? Wow. Is he dead?
Previously on Dirty Laundry.
Hold it, sir. Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Wow. I can't believe good old Mel's been shot. Not that the guy didn't have it coming.
So the murderer must have just left. You see anybody?
No, we just ran into Sid out front.
I can't believe this is happening. Everyone return the notes. Who is the guilty one?
Could you get this junk out of my way?
Me? Harry?
Previously on Dirty Laundry.
Not since the mudslides of '73 have the residents of Cedar Falls had this much excitement.
I can't take any more of this. My progress on the formula's going nowhere. Mel's death is garnering national attention. And to top it all off, one of our two new friends in this town is being tried for his murder.
I have listened to you and I am not any better. In fact, sometimes I think I may be worse. I will be free.
You've got a crew, you've got actors, you've got a set that you haul out, you put up, and you've got your roll cut, into the whole television, fiction, fantasy thing where you're creating a story.
It is. It's very unlike anything that at least I know of in public access, and I don't know if anybody has done it or does it right now. But we have a great time doing it, and it seems like people are enjoying watching it from what we get. But it's a lot of hard work.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to write. You have to write.
Yeah,
every
you got
week.
now. What do? You sit home, you get your milk and cookies, and you're like, okay,
Get the six
what
pack.
does
No. I was thinking that this weekend. I need a beer.
does Sandra tell John that she's having an affair? Is it stuff like that? Murder, mayhem, all that great stuff.
It's all of that because I just have a really great time just making this stuff up and seeing how far I can get away with it. Because I usually write the script and then I send it to David and he punches it up and makes it look nice.
Right.
And then we just kind of give it to the cast and they add their own flavor.
Wow, this is quite exciting. I mean, what could happen next?
I have a question for Mr. Timpson. Now that your wife's been cleared, do you have any intention of finding out who really murdered Mel Haynes?
Oh, the clip.
Would you look at this food? Would you look at this? Look at this table. I'm having a Michelle Johnson. You're not getting away that easily. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most energetic women, one of the most energetic, it's the chocolate. She's got a lot of energy. She's got a lot of charisma. She's got a wonderful personality. And she is one heck of a live television producer.
I pay him big bucks to say that.
She is the producer and director and all-around bigwig of the now famous 285 Live.
Big bucks it cost me to get him to say that.
Now let me just get your ideas, some of your opinions. Now, this is the 4th annual meeting that you've been to, correct? Why is it? What makes these meetings so much fun? Because as you can see, and you really can't see behind here, but there are tons of people to the left and to the right. Why, when Bob Mio says, okay, we're going to have this annual meeting, everybody come, we're going to have some food, we're going to have a good time. Why do you think it's a lot of fun?
Well, Paul, I think with the annual meetings, just like our productions, they're getting better and better. And this is by far the absolute best.
You think so?
And I'm looking forward to next year, hoping you'll host and also do a little moonlighting on my show for me.
Well, I'll tell you, maybe next year we'll have Michelle Johnson host the annual meeting, and maybe we can have some live call-in at that point, right? Maybe so.
How long as you let me work with you? Not alone.
Michelle Johnson, everybody, a wonderful
job for SATV.
Wonderful producer. Very good. Now let's take a little let's take a little stroll down this way. Down memory lane. And it's really interesting now because, see, I've always wondered, this is like the Twilight Zone, because right now we're getting a shot of Mache Oakman, who's really pulling this whole thing together. And as that says right there, we are live right here at Salem Access Television. We are live. And this is a control booth, and actually I'm going to come in here too. This is where everything takes place. This is where, let's bring up some of these lights there. This is where, now if you take a look right through the booth there, oh yeah, you can get a pretty good shot. That's where everybody was sitting in there just a moment ago. And in here is the brain center. This is what I've always called the brain center of putting on a television show, and this is coming to you live. We've got Kevin Walker on sound, our sound engineer, audio engineer. Dave Gauthier, who's our technical director right now. He's just having a ball.
Oh, good time, very good time.
Kevin, you having a ball here too?
Better turn this up.
He's a kidder. You'll remember this gentleman. Has as many stints as the mayor and as Detective or Inspector Badesco from Dirty Laundry fame. Tell us a bit about that. I've always wanted to talk to you. How did you get that role of Officer Badesco?
I said I wanted in, and that was it.
And that was it.
That you need me.
And that's now. Are you a performing artist? Are you an actor?
You have to be if you're going to be in front of the camera. Otherwise, you sit there and go. So you just do it.
Yeah, he's an actor. Right over here is. I'm being handed something. I need to do a raffle, and thanks for the sponges. No, the. I've always wanted to do that. She was just trying to. Robert Mio, our executive director here again, once again. I've wanted to have this opportunity to get you on live television, and to ask you really hard questions, like those reporters do and the politicians. Exactly. What is the feeling like for you when this place gets almost full to capacity? Delicious food, friends, great, very harmonious, and everybody's having a lot of fun. What is it like for you as the executive director now here at the center of all this?
Well, it's interesting because I want to be in so many places at once, because I just want to take the time to talk to everybody. We're so busy during the week helping people. Like I've been doing this week, just buried with a grant that I'm writing. I don't have the time to see everybody. So today, suddenly, I have what? How many people are here? 75?
Yeah, there's quite a number of people here, and that you don't get to see.
It's beyond description. You feel like you're getting married or something.
Well, I'll tell you something. It's married. You can use that analogy in so many ways. You marry together. Tape and sound and light and just wonderful stuff to make television. Was that a bit of a stretch? Probably it was. But I'll tell you, some of the stuff that comes out of this studio, you've got to admit, it is some great stuff.
It's fabulous. I mean, just take Songwriters in the Round that is now being featured on public television.
That's amazing.
In New Hampshire, Channel 11, Movie Time featured on Chronicle. Kid Crafts featured on Channel 7. I mean, this represents the excellence that's happening here.
It's people are taking notice. Public access is more than it used to be so many years ago. People have this image of public access that's in somebody's basement, and this establishment shows that with the right determination, it can be something so much bigger.
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things that I love about this facility, that the incorporators, the board of directors, and also Frank Kulik, who really gave birth to this organization in terms of negotiating a contract with Time Warner, sustained the funds necessary to build a top-notch facility. And we are one of the best access centers in New England. We have over 420 hours of first-run programming a year by you producers, and that equals to over 2,200 hours of specials, reruns, and programming, and it's just incredible.
That is simply amazing, and the quality of the productions that come out. And I'm not, you can boast, and I can say Movie Time is really great, but I've had the opportunity with the show that you're going to take a look at in just a few minutes after the raffle and after a few more interviews, Producers Unplugged. You're going to get to see and hear all of these producers, the songwriters in the round, Julie Doherty, Mark Steele for that show, John Everett Martin for Kids Crafts, Dan Welsh for Books Alive. All of these shows are some incredible shows, and I've had they're kind of maybe obscured in some respects, but when you bring them to light and you talk with these producers, it is some incredible stuff. Now, you have a raffle or something
Actually, first I really want to thank the sponsors who made tonight's production possible. One of the things that we try to do every single year as a nonprofit organization is to make this event a free one for our members, and we're able to do that through the generosity of the businesses in the Salem community.
Oh, great! Let's hear it.
I'd like to thank those. Thank you very much to North Shore International Insurance Services. Thank you very much to the Hawthorne Hotel for providing the drinks tonight. Thank you very much to the Peabody Essex Museum, who is graciously donated a membership that we are about to raffle off. Thank you very much to, as I'm flipping the pages here, Greater Salem Employees Federal Credit Union and Roseanne Duffick over there. Very gracious in terms of donating to our organization. Also, very much thanks to Anne Marie Ugly over at the North Shore Medical Center. They always come through for us, and what a great organization to have within this city, that North Shore Medical Center.
It's amazing the support that it comes out of nowhere. You would think, but I guess it demonstrates that it was so more people than we would normally think have a great stake and interest in public access television.
Absolutely. They were trained here, and they continue to support us with programming and with their contribution. We'd like to thank Miss Joan Peck from North Shore International Insurance Company. Graciously donated funding to make this event possible, and would like to thank Shaw's Supermarkets for providing some of the food that we've been enjoying this evening. And I would like to, at this time, raffle off the Peabody Essex Museum. This is a family membership, and good, yeah. They're just flying out of my little basket here. Thank God I only have to do this once a year.
And you're a pro. You are a pro at these live pieces. So take it away.
Okay. Let's see. The winner of the free membership to the Peabody Essex Museum is, and we have Mr. Jeff Grace.
Jeff Grace. If you are here, let's hear a round of applause for Jeff Grace. If you're in the building or if you're watching on TV somewhere, come on down into the control booth. And while we're waiting for him, what is he going to get here? What's this great occasion?
Well, the Peabody, this is a one-year membership to the Peabody Essex Museum. And basically, the Peabody Essex is a world-class museum right here in Salem. We would love to see more residents use the museum. It was recognized by George Bush, I believe, in 1994.
Wonderful.
As a wonderful museum. They have a great Indian exhibit, and they're just about to expand the next couple of years. Wonderful organization. SATV shares a lot of resources with them. Mary Stanley, who many of you know, does wonderful programming.
That's right, Mary Stanley. She will also be upcoming in the Producers Unplugged. She'll be featured showing highlights from her show, the Peabody Essex Museum Presents. Go ahead.
It's been plugged to. I have to pick out 8 more names.
8 more names. All right. Well. Let's pick out some more names here.
Mache is graciously telling us to hurry up. These are for the flowers that people have been here. Okay. I've Jackie's saying pick her, but I'll try my best. Okay. Tom Fury.
Tom Fury.
Won flowers.
Woo! Tom Fury. Let's have a round of applause.
Doug Cogger has won.
Doug Cogger.
You have to be present to win.
That's right.
Todd Alcock.
Todd Alcott, if you're here, if you're in the building, come right down.
And that's 3. We have Luis Davila. That's 4.
That's 4. Luis Davila.
I'm going to have Julian hold these names for me. There you go.
Julian Fine. Look at that. Now, isn't this a great?
Oh, this has to be a mistake. Mr. Dan Welch from the Greenhouse.
Oh, look at that. Dan Welch, who will also be featured on Producers Unplugged, which is coming your way in just a few moments.
I'd just like to put in a plug because Dan has recently become Reverend Dan Welch. I'm not kidding. He is a reverend, and I'd just like
Amazing.
to congratulate him.
Congratulations to Dan Welch. Very funny, very enthusiastic gentleman.
Maureen Flynn won some flowers.
Maureen Flynn. Flowers coming your way.
I'm trying to pull out some names here. Let's see. I think I picked out Mary Stanley.
Mary Stanley. Once again, she will be featured in the upcoming show, Producers Unplugged.
And I've picked Marcy McCall.
Marcy McCall. Wonderful.
Now, If those folks aren't here to pick up those flowers, we're going to just have to draw more names.
Well, I'll take them home. I'll take the flower. You know, the apartment needs some stuff. I'm getting the roving. Thank you very much, Robert Mead, the executive director of Salem Access Television. Okay, I'm gonna have to introduce. Now there's who I want to get. Right, this guy right here. He won appreciation award. This is the man, Nate Powers. Now, when I was up on the podium and I said, you know, when I first met you. You know, he just used to get in the way. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I started with movie time.
Now, what's happened? What's changed? I've seen a tremendous change in you, in the enthusiasm that you come in here to put on help and volunteer and to put on your own material. Did something just light up one day?
Well, I've learned that it's if you know what you're doing, it's really good, and you get a lot out of it.
And what are you getting out of it now? I mean, what are some of the things that you want to do with being a member here at Salem Access Television? I mean, what are some of the creative ideas that are coming out now that you're thinking about?
Well, I'm thinking about doing a first public access movie for this station.
A movie.
Yeah, a taped movie.
A taped movie.
Not film.
Not
we
film.
Can't afford film. We wish we could.
But so you're thinking about now? Were you going to be like the director or the producer?
Producer/director, of course.
Producer/director. High ambitions come out of SATV. Well, thanks a lot, Nate. You deserve everything, all the appreciation and the admiration and recognition that you got tonight.
Thank you, Paul.
All right. Very good. I'm going to head out a little bit more here. Whoops. Ooh, this is live television. I love this very much. We're going to head out more. I see Laura DeToma, and I'm going to zoom right in on Laura. Laura.
Paul, who's very kind to me during the meeting.
You
and
know,
will continue to be kind to me now.
That's right. Because again, this is live television. We're coming to you live once again. You can't call in, but you can come down, enjoy some of this delicious food. Once again, the Producers Unplugged special is coming your way in just a few moments, and it's going to be aired. You can come in and watch it in the big studio. But right now, you know, I met you when I did the Backstage Pass. Right. And you were one of the most enthusiastic, and you were just, there was so much sparkle in your interview.
You're still kind to me. Thank you.
I was very taken with how much enthusiasm and the thoughts that you had about Salem Access Television, what it meant, where it's going, where it will be in the next couple of years.
Right.
Has any of those thoughts changed, or have they grown even more?
Well, they've grown just more and more. You know, we get back to that concept. Remember how I talked about this is a house and the people make it a home?
That's right.
That's what we're still doing here, you know, and tonight our talking about membership and the next step. I mean, and Wiz's comments were so in line with
weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right where we're going. I mean, this is about the producers here. It's about the people who live here. It's about everyone. It's about Salem. So for us, it's really thrilling. We have a wonderful board. And
yes, we do, and we have a wonderful president.
Well,
and you know, and it's so funny because
we have wonderful producers.
I did not know because I was not here. I guess when the last meeting, I must have been out of state or something. But when I came back and Lord DeToma is the new president of the board, I was like, man, that's great. What do you see in the next 5 years?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, I never like to call myself president because I'm a member of a board, so I'm a chairman of the board.
Chairman of the board. Very okay.
Because I'm one of 9 members. As far as the next 5 years, I think there's a lot of things that'll be facing SATV. One, we'll be up for our contract renewal with Time Warner.
Right.
So the challenge for us is to make that SATV is really an institution in Salem, so that people will lobby and want to support to continue to have it, regardless of the changes that happen in the cable
Exactly.
industry. The other thing is we have a responsibility to our membership to develop them, to take them to the next creative level. By the same token, making sure that we're bringing in new producers and we're giving him the same kind of training, and hopefully the producers that are going to the next level of advancement can then go back to the producers and say, this is what I've learned. These are some of the tricks that we've learned. You're going to have a wonderful experience here. And doing that and doing some outreach to the community so that people understand. I mean, this is like the most wonderful thing that could happen to Salem.
Isn't it? It's fantastic. It really is.
It's Salem talking about Salem, you know, reporting it by the people who live here.
Yeah,
you know,
if
from
the-
their perspective.
If ever there was a community center of sorts, you know, this is it. All you have to do is look around. You walk into the studios, and you know the people greet you with such smiles. You know, it's Ann Terrio, who is just a blessing, I think. When you walk in the door, she greets you with a smile and that wonderful hearty laugh. You know, if you're having a bad day, you're going to have a good day.
Wonderful,
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, we're very fortunate to have the staff here.
Exactly.
We're very fortunate to have all of the board of directors are very thoughtful, very deliberate, and for us, this is a wonderful opportunity. And you know, it's probably one of the most important things that we do here. You know, it's all about Salem.
Well, I'm glad to see that there are people who are in the important places, such as you are, to make sure that that stays just that way. Thank you very much, Laura
You're
Toma.
going to say nice things about me, Paul. I'm never quite sure what you're going to say.
Well, I have a lot of fun. Oh, okay. Well, it's been requested. I don't know if I know anything by heart to sing anything with the piano player. First, it's been requested that I sing something with the pianist. And first, you see the pianists in the background, and you see them, and you never know who they are. I'm going to find out what's your name and this beautiful music. I walked in here today, and this gentleman was playing some wonderful atmosphere music. Is that what they call it? Atmosphere music?
Just music is fine.
Just music is fine. A true artist. What's your name and
Salem State College, class of 1980.
Theater arts.
We were using coffee cans for lights.
Well, let's see. So when hearing Wiz's words, it rang some memory bells for you. Did it not?
Big time. All those shows, some of them were 25, 28 years ago. Bring back a lot of memories. Yeah.
Were you in some of those shows, or did you on stage or behind?
4 shows I saw.
That's amazing stuff. And now you play some great piano here. What are some of the selections you've been playing throughout the evening?
Some Beatles, some oldies, some swing music. A couple of the kids asked me for a couple of numbers I played. Some movies and stuff like that.
Well, I don't know if there's anything that I know enough by heart to sing along with you, to sing along with the piano. Is there something that's so known? Happy birthday to, well, this is the 4th annual meeting for SATV, but this is also SATV's 5th anniversary, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Actually, is it, I need some clarification. 4th? I know. Okay. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear SATV. Happy birthday to you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you. Oh, enough. I didn't have a glass of water, so my voice is not great. No encore. No. I know what I'm gonna do. I see someone in the wings over here. His name is Ken Weaver, and Ken Weaver. And look, I'm not mistaken. It is Ken Weaver.
Board of Directors. Now, Ken. Now, am I mistaken, or are you doing a new show now here at Salem Access Television?
I do have a new show. It's called Foresight, and what I'm trying to accomplish is I'm trying to get information out to residents of Salem that they're not able to get. In other words, I'm trying to extend meetings at City Hall, allow business people to voice their opinion about what's happening. The last show I just did was about the bypass road, which explains, hopefully, graphically, what's happening with the road from the Beverly-Salem Bridge over to Boston Street. The first show was about the taxes and why the tax rate was changing and where the balance of the taxes are going to go. And the third show, hopefully, will be done Monday with the two gentlemen from the Salem Pioneer, which is the new Salem newspaper. And that should be an exciting show. I understand that they are very funny guys, have a great sense of humor.
Sounds like some very interesting stuff that you're doing. And I didn't know that you were now. Do you direct, produce? Do you host, direct, produce?
I host and direct. No, excuse me. I host and produce. I have David Gother as my as the director. As my director.
As you know, when somebody's good and they got the talent, we always that's my director.
My director, yeah, I like to say that, but no, David's done a very good job, and hopefully he has the time and energy to hang in there with me, because we all know how much time and energy things like that take. So.
Right. Well, yeah, Dave Gother, he is multi-talented, just like many of the people. I was talking earlier about the staff, Anne, Mache. David, they are the pulsing sparks that flow through these corridors, and they're a veritable fountain of information when you want to know something and you need some help with something. And they're never and they're fun to be around too.
Oh, yeah. It's become a very family-oriented station. It started off where people were trying to come in and do their own projects, and it sort of grows from the project part to a family part. And your comments earlier regarding the volunteerism that happens here at the station, it's very true. We do an awful lot of work here and don't get paid any money, but we have an awful lot of fun, and we do meet some really wonderful and interesting people and vital people in the community. And that's sort of our payback, to be able to help them get their messages out. And certainly, if it wasn't for our volunteers, none of that would happen. So I tip my hat to all the people who work on my shows and who I've also had the pleasure of working with. I used to do lights for a lot of the shows that were.
Right, I remember. Yeah, I wanted to say that. I remember, when you needed to get some lights happen and you need to get some good scenic visuals in the background, the man to go to was Ken Weaver, because I remember years ago when this just started. Yeah, all those many years ago. I remember you experimenting in the studio. Taking some just to experiment with light and what that does and everything. And now, I mean, by your choice, of course, you want to. Do you do your own? Here's a question: do you do your own lighting?
I do my own lighting, and I'm sorry to say that I don't think it's as good as I've done in other shows. I think it's because I'm so involved in doing all the rest of the things that people as producers have to go through. So
what's the name of the program again?
The name of the show is Foresight.
Foresight, and when can it usually be seen?
Monday evenings at 8:35 and Friday at 7 p.m.
Fantastic. I got the mic and I got a piece of chocolate that's melting in my hands right now. So I'll do the handshake. Thank you, Ken Weaver, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Once again, we're coming to you live, and I'm going to go right over here, and he thinks I'm not, but bring the camera. Jody Crockett. Jody, we snagged him. Jody Crockett, right here. He is. Let's come on into the light, Jody. Come on. Jody Crockett. Again, he's going to be highlighted. He's going to be featured in a few moments. The producers Unplugged, which is coming your way. Spotlight Alternative Television. Now we're going to learn more about that in a few moments when the special presentation gets cablecast. But briefly, what's it about?
Well, it's not about anything in particular. It's just some live music in the studio and some interviews with the band members. And
now, simple question: the concept for this. You wanted to do this. You wanted to do something creative with music, and how did the format come together? I mean, was it easy for you, or did you have to think about different aspects of who was going to host, or if you were even going to have a host?
Well, still working on what the format is going to be.
Is that not part of the entire process here at Access Television? Total creation every step of the way. Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't. Someone just tried to hand me something. I couldn't tell what it was, but I think it says something about. Okay. Well, I'm being desperately asked not to reveal any future endeavors by Mr. Jody Crockett. But thank you very much. Let's see. Who else is? Oh, Sylphida Gomez. Here we come. Here we come. Here we go. Sylphida Gomez, she is, as we said before, she's someone who has some. Oh, look, and we've got this wonderful look. Now you're flanked by two cameras. Sylphida, you know, I have to say this. Whenever I needed help, whenever I didn't know what the heck I was doing, you always. You always knew what I didn't know. Why is that?
I have no idea, Paul. I have really no idea.
No, there's got to be something, because whenever I needed help with lights, whenever I needed help with white balancing, whenever I needed help with someone wants to make sure you get a shot in this traffic control. No, whenever I needed some help with just about anything, you were always there. At least when I saw you, I snagged you. You were there to help out. And do you get that a lot? Do you ever need to go run and to get somebody's help?
Not really.
Oh, listen to not really.
No. I think I really try to help anybody I can. I think if I have the ability to help them and I'm willing, and they're needed, I don't think I should say, no, I can't, go away. No, I wouldn't.
What do you think about the plaque this evening, the presentation, the award of appreciation?
Oh, I was really surprised because I first wasn't planning to come at all.
You weren't?
No, I wasn't planning to come, but they canceled the things I was going to go today, and then I just show up. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go help. And I was just wandering around all day, and then it's like, oh, come in. I was like, oh, really?
Fantastic. I mean, but I'll tell you, I've had a lot of fun every time I come in here to do something. Sylphida's, if she's there to help, she's gonna help, and I'm very grateful that you were awarded with an appreciation and recognition tonight. I really am.
I'm gonna start blushing. I'm like, ah.
Sylphida Gomez, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm getting the cue to wrap it up here, and what a great backdrop I'm gonna try and get here. There's that man again. I think what we're going to do is, if I'm not mistaken, is we're going to go now to the special presentation. There the credits are rolling. Can you see me? Okay, all right. There I am. Okay, forget it. Look, coming right up next, I've always wanted to do this. Coming up next on Salem Access Television, go behind the scenes. Okay, coming up next, after these credits roll, you're going to get a first-hand, candid view at, 14 producers here at Salem Access Television, giving their insight to some of the most entertaining and provocative local access television shows that are right here on this station, that are produced right here. My name is Paul K. Bisson. For the fourth annual meeting here at Salem Access Television, for everybody in the control booth, for Robert Mio, for the board of directors, have a good night, and we'll see you next year. Bye-bye.